Welcome back, everyone. With all of the talk about Tropical Storm Isaac, we wondered if you guys had any questions for the man himself, Brad Souter.
So we went to where all of you talk and let us know things. Facebook, of course, our Facebook page. Here's what some of you asked. Viewer Jason Smith asked, are tropical storms, hurricane names ever reused or retired? Will we see another storm named Katrina or something else in our lifetime? Well, some storm names are reused, but only if they didn't make a lot of noise. In fact, here's the list for 2012 on the weather computer. I can show you that here. There are 6 lists of hurricane names. They recycle them every 6 years. And so this year we are at, right now, Tropical Storm Isaac. And they usually go through maybe W. There aren't a lot of Y or Z names. But of course, if there's a storm that makes a ton of noise, like your Katrina or your Andrew, Fran, I mean, you can go on and on and on. To avoid confusion, they don't ever reuse those names. So if someone doesn't say, well, you know, Hurricane Katrina's coming back to get us again, you know, not going to happen.
Yeah, learned something new right there for me. Viewer Deb Dillinger wants to know, how far do the effects from hurricanes travel? Will we see any of the effects from Hurricane Isaac?
Well, I hope not. that would be a storm, wouldn't it? You know what you got? I think the effects, if we see any, of course, the Republican National Convention and the oil refineries, the rigs in the Gulf. You know, we haven't talked about that in a few years. If this continues into the Gulf, strengthens, you know, we could be talking about oil going up, gas going up. So that's probably the main effect.
What about storms spinning off, like rain and stuff like that? Does that scatter far?
You know, if the storm were to move into central Mexico, it could get entrained in our monsoonal flow, which is coming up to the north. And so that could enhance the monsoon, but a storm just moving into the Gulf Coast states, not going to affect us, but they need the rain there. Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, you know, they could use this storm to sit there. Unfortunately, it may stall out and bring them flooding. Yeah. So from drought to flood.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Well, the next one, Tommy Hines, he's asking, what's the outlook this year as far as a forecast of the intensity this storm season will bring?
Well, you know, so far it's been pretty quiet. There haven't been a lot of storms so far this year. It's been forecast to be more active. We're going to see that here from now through the rest of September. This is the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, right around September 8th or 9th. And so we're getting there. It's going to really pick up, probably going to be busier. But so far, it only takes one storm, right, for a bad hurricane season. So hopefully Isaac is not it, and it's just a rainmaker. Let's talk about our forecast here locally today. Going to be dealing with some pretty decent conditions all across the area. Temperatures starting off this morning comfortable. They are in the 50s and the 60s. Some areas in the 40s this morning, like around